Day by day we work and play. We learn and change and grow. And you can see how we will be. Happy family, please join me.
Come on, Callie, it's time to get up.
Dang, I'm still tired.
Well, what time did she go to sleep last night?
I don't remember what time she went to sleep.
Carlos came to play today, play today, play today. Kiana came to play today. We're glad they came to play. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm tired, Mommy.
I know, sweetie, but we gotta get to school.
Everybody sit down, sit down, sit down. Everybody sit down and clap your hands. Everybody sit down, sit down, sit down. Everybody sit down and pat your lap. Everybody sit down, sit down, sit down. Everybody sit down and stomp your feet.
Very nice. Shall we read a book today?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Start under my bed. Mommy turns on the light. Would you mind finishing this? Thank you. Hello. Good morning, Callie. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm so glad to see you today. Do you want to join the others in the circle?
Sure.
Great. Go ahead.
I'm sorry we're late. We just couldn't get her up this morning. She's still sleepy.
Oh, well, I'm glad you made it. You know, we're going to be doing a lesson today on bedtime routines. Would you like to join us? I think you might like it.
Sure.
Great, come on in. Today, I would like to tell you a story about how my daughter Daisy and I and 2 other families learned how to make bedtime special. Once upon a time, there were 3 families, and each family had a little child. First, there was Shay. He loved to build huge toy skyscrapers. Then there was my daughter, Daisy. She liked to sing. Someday she wants to be a singer. And then there was Ari. Ari mostly liked to play hide and go seek and run around. Lots of running around. This could be a problem for Mom and Dad whenever they tried to get Ari to go to bed.
Shay, sweetie, it's time to get ready for bed.
I'm not tired.
Shay had a hard time going to bed, too. He was afraid of the dark. So Shay would sleep with his mom. This worked for Shay, but didn't work as well for Mom all the time. Daisy liked to stay up and watch TV and wouldn't go to bed because she didn't want to miss out on anything going on. Usually, she would fall asleep on the couch, and wow, was it hard to get her to bed later. Ari was very active. It was hard for him to settle down, and he would run around the house when Mom and Dad tried to get him to bed.
Come on, Ari, we have to go to bed right now.
We knew that getting to bed would be easier if the children had a bedtime routine. A routine is something you do the same way every time, like putting on your pajamas, getting washed up, and sleeping in your own bed each night. Routines are great. Each of our families decided to make life easier by having a bedtime routine. The first thing we did was to talk to our children about how important it is to have a bedtime routine.
Shay, we need a routine so you feel okay about going to bed by yourself.
I know.
Daisy, we need a routine so that you get a good night's sleep where you belong, in your bed.
We need a routine so you can calm down before bed.
Okay.
Everyone can have their own special bedtime routine. The important thing is to have one. If you don't have a bedtime routine, it's hard to get a restful night's sleep, and you might not feel as good the next day. A routine is made up of different activities that go in an order. The routine cards have lots of nice pictures. Each picture is of a different bedtime activity. Put the activities in the order you want to do them. These are the steps in your bedtime routine. The routine cards helped us think ahead and remember the steps to bedtime. So how does a bedtime routine start? Sol?
Well, first you have to turn off the TV.
Yes, you're right. Turning off the TV is a good first step on anybody's bedtime routine. Let's see what Shay's first step was. He put away toys. That helped keep the living room tidy so he could start fresh first thing in the morning. Ari started his bedtime routine by taking a bath. It calmed him down. That's what Ari liked to do first. Shay didn't take a bath at night. He took it in the morning. Instead, he always washed his hands and face before bed. Staying clean helps keep you from getting sick. Ari would cooperate better when he had a say in what happens. More cooperation and less arguing leave more time for fun. Ari used his cards to see it was time to brush his teeth next. Brushing is good for your teeth and gums, and it prevents cavities.
Get those teeth white.
Let's see what the next step in Daisy's routine was. She brushed her hair every night to keep her hair healthy. Shay would take care of business. That way he wouldn't have to get up later. Shay was thinking ahead. It's also a good idea to have all the cuddly, comfy things you want in bed with you. Ari had an easier time staying in bed because he had everything he needed. Getting a good night hug was Shay's favorite time. It felt so warm and safe under the sheets and blankets. It's called Tillamook Head. Here's another routine that's good for children. I call it the nighty-night routine. Different families do it different ways. I like to tell Daisy a story.
Said mine for cheese. Said I thought that they made cheese.
We also looked at books together. Nighty-night routines help you drift off to the land of sleep.
And then she has to run.
Part of Shay's nighty-night routine was to give thanks or make a wish.
I do too.
Ari's nighty-night routine was to say goodnight to the things in his room and around his house.
Say goodnight to your
Putting all these things to sleep helped Ari sleep better too.
And now it's time to say goodnight to the light.
And don't forget to turn off the light. It helps you get a good night's sleep. Growing children need lots of sleep, up to 12 hours of sleep each night.
Too dark, I can't see.
We'll turn the light in the closet on for you. How's this?
Much better.
Good night.
When children have a routine, moms and dads are able to have more time too. Everyone enjoys the evening more. We found out that having a routine can be fun, and that planning a routine can be fun too. Using the cards makes it easy to remember what to do next. Families can change the steps in their bedtime routine if they need to. When Daisy started school, she got her clothes ready for the next morning. What a great idea! Having clothes ready made her morning go so much better. But once you've decided on your routine, stick with it. The fun comes in seeing what you have to accomplish next. When we get good at doing our routines, we feel more confident and more in control. A feeling like, I can do this. Try to stick to your bedtime routine every night. Routines don't work if you only do them once in a while. Every night works best. The great thing about routines is that they work for all families. I know because they worked for mine.
Bedtime, bedtime, always a fine time. Easy, sleepy, fun to go to bed. Bedtime, bedtime, always a fun time. Comfy, cozy, fun to go to bed. Put away my toys while the TV goes to sleep. Wash my hands and face, brush my hair and brush my teeth. Take care of business so I don't go in my sleep. Saying nighty nights, all a part of my routine. Bedtime, bedtime, always a fine time. Easy, sleepy, fun to go to bed. Bedtime, bedtime, always a fun time. Comfy, cozy, fun to go to bed. Sometimes I take a bath before I put on my PJs. I love to be tucked in with all my cuddly things. I say goodnight to all, my wall, my friends, my fish. I give thanks for all I have, and then I make a wish. A bedtime story is never boring, and when I get my goodnight hug, I'm as snug as a bug in a rug. Bedtime, bedtime, always a fun time. Easy, sleepy, fun to go to bed. Bedtime, bedtime, always a fun time. Comfy, cozy, fun to go to bed.
Routines helped Daisy to learn to do things on her own. And routines helped us parents learn to get more organized. And that is the end of the story.
That was a great story you told. It's good to know we're not the only ones that have a hard time with bedtime.
I like hearing about your daughter, Daisy.
Oh, well, you know, she's a big girl now, but she still has a bedtime routine. And so do I.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Callie.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So what do you think, Callie? Should we start your new routine tonight?
Yeah. First I'll brush my teeth, then I'll comb my hair, and then you can read me my bedtime story.
Sounds great.